Good morning, children. Today we'll continue the nationalism in India, the second part, towards civil disobedience movement. Non-cooperation movement in the previous video completed, and today we're going to learn towards civil disobedience movement. How civil disobedience movement is started, what are the reasons, and how the people are participated, and how the people are looking to this movement, we're going to discuss. First of all, when non-cooperation movement turned into violent in February 1922, when movement is demonstrator reached the Chauri Chaura village, the peaceful procession, policemen fired on the smoke. These people are got anger, they lost the patience and set the fire to the police station, and 22 policemen including sub-inspector of the police station died. When movement is turned the violence, Gandhiji called off this non-cooperation movement. And majority of the Congress party people also not much interested to continue the long period of time this movement. Gandhiji felt some more proper training is required to come to the demonstrators, the people who are participating in this movement. Without proper training, definitely the movement again turned into the violent. That is why he wanted to stop. And kind of in the Congress, some section of the people, they wanted to participate in the elections. British government now ready to conduct the elections. According to that, the Indian Government Act of 1919, according to the Government of India Act of 1919, they are going to conduct elections in the provincial assemblies, provincial councils. So in this election, they want to participate some of the Congress leaders. That is also one of the way to show the protest against British government through entering into the councils. So the leaders like Motilal Nehru and C.R. Das, they established within the Congress party only Swaraj party. Through this party they are contested and entered to the council. But leaders, youngsters in the Congress party like Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose and some other youngsters not interested to participate in that manner. They want more radical, more violent movements to get complete independence from the British people. So in such a kind of condition, the two important incidents held in Indian politics. After the First World War, slowly in the international market gradually decreased the demands of various commodities. What the Indian farmers are cultivating the goods, agricultural goods especially, sharply declined the demand. The prices of these various goods is declined. The farmers are unable to sell the goods. Farmers are unable to pay the revenue to the British people. So much bad condition, economic crisis faced by the Indian farmers because of the economic depression in the year 1929. After this, the conditions is not good. So in such a kind of condition, Tory government in the British Prime Minister Lord Tory appointed Salmon Commission to look into the constitutional reforms, how they are working through that 1919 Indian Government Act. Any further changes is required. For that, to study into that, appointed a Salmon Commission. But only the problem in the Salmon Commission, no Indian. All the people are the Britishers, single Indian also not there in that group. That is the reason Indian Congress Party leaders are opposed Saman Commission. Saman Commission was appointed in 1927. They came to India in the year 1928. Saman Commission came to India 1928. Wherever these people are visited, any Indian places are visited these people, there the Indian Congress Party leaders are welcomed. Go back Simon. Their slogan, the go back Simon. They don't like. Anyway, those people will write the report favorable to the British government. So that is why the people are not accepted. Simultaneously, for Saman Commission, under the leadership of Motilal Nehru, one committee appointed by Gandhi Congress Party, these people also prepared to report, to discuss on the Motilal report under the leadership of Congress Party Minister Jawaharlal Nehru in the December 1929, Lahore Congress session is held. Those people prepared one report. In such a kind of condition, wherever the Saman Commission went, the people are agitated to somewhat to satisfy, to give some more liberal ideas to the Indian people. Lord Irwin, in the October 1929, announced a vague offer that is called, not completely, the Domanion status, not clear. Domanion status means administration is given to Indian people, but what is the crucial departments like revenue, military and international affairs under control by the British people? No use. These people, Indian people cannot take any decision without British people's suggestion. So they announced, but Indian people are not accepted that complete independence they demanded. The people who are in the Congress Party, the liberals and moderates, these people are accepted Domanion status. The Indian people will develop under British administration only. Under British administration only, these people are welcomed. But youngsters like Subhash Chandra Bose and Jawaharlal Nehru is not accepted Domanion status. So, in the year 1929 December, Lahore Congress, those people took a resolution to against the British government. That is based on that resolution. Every year they celebrated, they demanded complete freedom. That is called Purna Swaraj. Complete freedom. And 26 January 1930, every year that day onwards celebrated Purna Swaraj. Under British administration only, Congress Party celebrate Independence Day. That is the importance of 26 January, Republic Day. The post-independence constitution came to force on 26 January. Purna Swaraj celebrated, but majority of the common people not much interested to participate in the complete independence. So whatever it is. In such a kind of condition, Sant Satyagraha, that is in the year 1930. Gandhiji wrote a letter to Viceroy Irving. Indian administration look into that Irving. Gandhiji wrote a letter with 11 demands. 31st January 1930, most of these demands are general. Some of that specific, particular one department, like from industrialist to peasants, industrialists, industrial workers, rich peasants, and poor peasants, and a common people. Mostly all these, among them, the very, very important item is to abolishing of salt tax. Because salt is a very essential commodity for all community people, all section of the people. It is a regular item to consume each and every person. So that is why he demanded to abolish the tax on salt. If not fulfill these demands before 11th March the Gandhiji gave the ultimatum deadline. They're going to launch a big demonstration, big movement under his leadership. But Irving not care about this. Irving is not interested to negotiate on these demands. Simply defied. Now Gandhiji, 12th March 1930, he started a movement, he launched the movement from Ashramam, the Sabarmati in Gujarat, the Shishore area, to, along with that Shishore area only, the most trusted 78 volunteers. The 10 miles per day, nearly 24 days, from 12th March to 6th April, 240 miles he walked along the seashore of the western coast, and reached the Dandi village. He broke the salt law and boiled the seawater and made the salt. In meanwhile, wherever he go, Gandhiji, thousands of the people came and met the Gandhi, and they listened the Gandhi's words, they followed the Gandhi's, and very greatly participated in this moment. When Dandi village, he broke the salt law, several people along the seashore area broke the salt law against the British government. How is it different? See, comparison from the non-cooperation movement to civil disobedience movement. Non-cooperation movement is civil disobedience movement is completely different from non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement only not cooperated with the British people. But here, disobedience, disloyalty to the British law, to broke the British laws, some more violence. To support of Gandhiji, some number of people have participated from the 1930 onwards only. In the northwest frontier at present Pakistan. One of the famous leader, Abdul Ghaffar Khan, led the movement to support of Gandhi only against the British government salt satyagraha in Peshawar. In April 1931, immediately Ghaffar Khan arrested. The same month, Gandhiji was also arrested. The people who ever participated, all the important leaders were arrested and sent to the jail. When Ghaffar Khan arrested, he was popularly known as Frontier Gandhi. Frontier Gandhi, he was the first person recipient of the foreigner, not Indian, Bharat Ratna received the person, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. And arrested in the Peshawar, thousands of the people came to the roads and they demonstrated. They fought against the British government. The clashes came between the policemen and demonstrators. And that in front of that, salt factories, railway stations, post offices, whatever the symbol of authority of the British government, and in front of those offices, these people are fought. Nearly 1 lakh children, women demonstrated, the male members are arrested by the policemen. In such a kind of, and this movement is turned so much violently, like that some people are not interested to pay the taxes, and like that various kinds of taxes like Chowki Dowry taxes means the service tax. British people are collecting every Indian service taxes, and the tribal people broke the forest law. They enter into the forest and they collect the grapes and everything, especially in the desert forest. When this movement is turned in violence, the Gandhiji called off this movement, decided to call off. And after this call of this movement, Gandhi is invited by Irving on 5th March 1931. Gandhi Irving pact held, and based on this fact, Gandhi had to participate in the round table conference, second round table conference. The first round table conference, Gandhi Congress Party boycotted. and Gandhiji went to the London and participated. The negotiations were failed. The what he went for the hopes, his hopes completely failed. Gandhiji returned from that London, and as soon as he came to India, started the relaunch the movement. Within the months only again Gandhiji is sent to jail. When the movement is relaunched, majority of the people are not interested to participate in this movement. And finally, in the year 1994, Salt Satyagraha momentum is lost. How the people are participated